Hey guys, it's me, Risk. We're back for another little showcase, right? I should mention all of these, all of them. They're unscripted. I'm doing this purely off vibes, right? I'm not very prepared for these. I added a platform to my little testing area, so that's new. That was mainly so I could get the vine shot that I added, but it's gonna be on the Steam page. Anyway, that's added by this, which is the poisonous perennial core, right? Where you can press Shift E, and it will cause a viney explosion, right? So let me demonstrate that by pressing Shift. That is configurable, by the way. So I can press Shift E, and that ensnares nearby enemies, right? I know the vines look a little odd on the ends. I'm doing my best, but that's how they are in their current state. If anybody has any ideas on how to make that look more polished, then I see there's some like Z fighting there with the sprites. I guess, I don't know. Anyway, I need to stop trying to solve problems when I'm showcasing them. Some other things, right? You ever felt like some of the holiday events are kind of boring, right? The drops aren't that cool. Well, here's a new expert mode exclusive drop from both the Halloween event and the Christmas event. Not really Christmas, but like the you know what I mean, right? So we get the Rotten Jack-o'-lantern. That drops from the Pumpkin, right? That has two modes, and we have the Ice Queen sandwich. Kind of a play on words there. They both have two modes, right? So this one has two modes. It has swipe and ranged. We're going to start off by showing ranged. It's kind of like Demon Scythe, kind of, without the delay. I'm considering adding a delay because he used a little bit of delay firing them in the fight. And I know I need to make them more translucent and add like a little bit of bloom or something. But this is how they are right now, right? So, yep, and then we got swipe mode, which works kind of like if you saw the scrapped first fractal. It's kind of like that, but you click and then it does that at that target, right? So, yeah, if I do it on this blue slime. If anybody has any balancing advice, like if something feels too powerful or too weak for where it is in progression, please tell me. That's one of the areas where I'm struggling, is balancing. I'm trying to make sure everything is balanced. Like I compared this to the other, to the Ice Queen sandwich, right? I'm not sure either of their damage is correct, but I try to get their damage about equal because they are the same place in progression. I'm not sure if their damage is good, right? I haven't really compared them to the other drops from those bosses. I really should. But if anybody has any advice on balancing, then that would be great, right? So let's look at the Ice Queen sandwich. We got two modes here as well, right? We got charge mode and rapid mode. So rapid mode is a lot like the Daedalus Stormbow. So we can do that. And I'll be honest, this does an absurd amount of damage. If you look at my DPS, we're hitting 1500 damage per second, and if you aim it a little bit better, you can probably get closer to 1800, right? So that's that one. But it does also use a load of mana, right? Because it's using mana very quickly. If I turn off God mode for a second, you'll see just how quickly it uses mana. Right? I'm not sure if I'm doing my best, but yeah. Anyway, we got charge mode. Actually, I should probably turn this off. That's probably annoying. We have charge mode, right? So this one, charge it up, fire, just like the Ice Queen fires frost waves. Same projectiles as in the fight. I'm trying to keep these things like you get like the power of the boss, or you get like an ability related to the boss, because I think that's cool. Yeah. Next thing, right? We showed off that, and we showed off that. Event-wise, we get one more thing. This is really cool, actually. Personally, I'm a big fan of, like, Cyberpunk, right? So, I made it so the Martian Saucer gives you a pretty cool drop. It has two functions, right? It's called the Hyperspeed Drive, but if you've seen Cyberpunk and you've played Cyberpunk 2077, you can see the icon is, it's a Sandevistan, basically. which I felt was pretty on brand for the Martian event. So it has two things, right? So if you shift, I should get rid of these torches. If you shift and then dash, it kind of makes that a super dash, and you saw the after images there, and that does have like a 7-second cooldown. 7 seconds. But yeah, that's pretty cool. But then also, if you press Shift Q, you can enter hyperspeed mode, which slows down everybody except you, right? So it's literally a stand down a stand. So that's pretty neat. And then those are separate cooldowns. And actually, you can use the hyperspeed with the super dash, right? And now that works on any dash, including something pretty interesting. This is currently obtainable. This is the Venomous Vulvaralia Core, right? This is... it's shroomy, right? Let's just say it's related to the underground mushroom biome. And it's kind of a teaser, right? Because you can't obtain this normally in gameplay, but I will showcase it, because it's really cool. We all like our dashes, right? But you ever get an attack that's coming at you, and yeah, you could jump, but sometimes that's not enough, so you gotta hit the... Yep. It's an up and down dash. See? The down one is a little bit weaker. I'm not sure why. I think I need to tweak something with, like, the Y velocity. I don't know why it's so much stronger when going up as opposed to down. Right? And look at that. That didn't even do anything. But anyway, it's obtainable. It's unobtainable. It's fine. It will become obtainable later. But yeah. Anyway, I'm sure you saw the Mega Shark I was using, right? And you say, oh, what's that ammo? This is from the Golem drop. The Golem drop is really cool, right? So, Golem drops the overcharged power cell, and instead of being an accessory or a weapon, it's an ammo. It basically is an infinite ammo, kind of like the endless musket pouch, right? Except it's electrical, it's solar powered, so it deals 10% more damage in the daytime. But you have to be above ground, you know, for the sun. So yeah, we're dealing less damage than we normally would because it's nighttime. But yeah, I should turn God mode back on. Sorry about all these enemies, guys. This is a cheat sheet. Great mod for all that. This is the cheat panel. It's pretty useful too. This is another great mod. I gotta give credit to these guys. They are incredible. What else? What else, right? If we look at, again, cheat sheet. Right, I completely forgot the Molten Dragon Heart. This drops from Betsy because I always felt like the Old One's Army event kind of sucked. So I'm trying to fix that, right? So, if you've ever played Elden Ring, when you kill this boss, Bale, spoilers, by the way, spoiler, you get his heart. And you can use it. It's kind of like a remembrance, but it's a little bit different than a remembrance. Anyway, you can pick one of two powers, right? This is a debug item. This is the Dragon Heart, because if you kill Betsy, you get a one-time use item, the Molten Dragon Heart, and you can either... It's one-time use. So this is a Dragon Heart. It's a debug item, and it unuses it basically, right? Because this is one time. You can either get the Magma Claw Swipe or the Draconic Roar. We're gonna get the Draconic Roar to showcase that first, right? And if you use it, it's kind of a area of effect, big explosion, magma goes everywhere type of thing. That has a cooldown, of course, right? That does that. And then we're gonna unuse it. And then we're gonna swap and do the Magma Claw Swipe, right? And this one is much more focused, but it does much more damage, right? I think it's like 2 or 3 times more damage. Same cooldown, but it does the damage. Contained, it can't get you out of a bad situation, but you can do a lot of damage up front, right? That's 4,000 damage in one hit. I tried to balance that with, like, Betsy's health. Like, I used it against Betsy, and I said, does this feel like I'm killing her at the right speed, right? That's not going to sound good on YouTube. Anyway, I'm rambly. I'm getting rambly. That's all we're going to be showcasing today, and it's not everything we added. We did add we didn't add the slime cover tiara, we added an effect for it, and I resprited it for, like, the 3rd time. And I resprited the slime covered crown, and some of the worst sprites, too, just because I'm getting better at it. These were some of my worst ones, the slime covered crown. one specifically. It's better now. Still not great, but it's better, right? But yeah, this does this now. That's wrong. I didn't test this before publishing. I should have tested this. It's supposed to use the crystal inside of the boss, but it is evidently not doing that. That's okay. Guys, don't use this. Don't equip this in your game. Just for a little bit. Don't worry, I'll get an update push to fix it. Anyway, that's embarrassing. That's it for the showcase today. I hope you really enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. And go download the mod. It's a lot of fun. I try to make it as balanced as I can. Thank you so much, folks. Thanks for watching.